Okay, Shannon put us on the record. Good afternoon. This is the matter of Samuels versus Samuels.
Yep.
Ms. Samuels, have you had any communication with Mr. Samuels?
I've been talking to him this week. He's been talking to me.
Do you know if he's planning on participating today?
He said he was going to, but I know he had to be to work at 2:00, so I don't think he's going to.
All right, well, he hasn't logged in, and we were scheduled at 1:30, and it's almost a little past 1:45. I think about the only thing I can do is go forward and take some proofs in support of a judgment of divorce. So
Okay.
if you could raise your right hand, please. You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down. State your full name.
Vanessa Samuels.
So, Ms. Samuels, you are currently married to Desmond Samuels. How long have the two of you been married?
We're going on 4 years on April 7th.
Were any children born during the marriage or prior to the marriage between you and Mr. Samuels?
Yep, we have one son together.
And I see from the temporary order, his name is Deshaun, born November 9th of 2017.
Yes.
And no other children were born during the marriage?
Not with us, no.
All right. And are you pregnant today?
No.
So when you said not with us, I have to ask, did you have a child that's not his during the marriage?
Not me. No, I didn't have no more kids. I have 3 previous kids before ours. He's done had 2 other kids while still married to me, so.
All right. Do you see any possibility of the two of you reconciling?
No.
Does Mr. Samuels have anything by way of personal property that belongs to you?
I gave him a truck, but I gave it to him, so I'm not even worried about that anymore.
And otherwise, have the two of you already separated your personal belongings?
Yes.
Do the two of you together or either of you individually own any real estate?
No.
Are you interested in recovering any interest that he might have in a pension, retirement plan, retirement savings account, annuity, life insurance policy, anything of the sort? Oh, looks like we lost you.
Oh, nope, I don't.
All right. So there's nothing to deal with in terms of property. You're not asking that he pay you alimony, are you?
I really want to be evil and say yes because he's put me through a lot of stuff these last 6 years that I've been with him. But I don't want to be that bitter female that says yes either. So, like, it's been a thought, but I mean, I'm not going to go after him. He's already struggling anyways, and he's got a new baby that's 3 months old and another one on the way. So he's going to have fun struggling, and I don't want to put him through anymore if I ain't got to.
All right. Now I note that the current temporary order, although it only gives him 52 overnights, shows 0 support. That would tell me you told the friend of the court you didn't want him to have to pay you any child support.
That was in the beginning, yes.
All right. Would you like to see him paying a reasonable child support to assist in the care of Deshaun?
Yes, we had an agreement in the beginning that he wasn't going to pay child support, and that he would give me $100 a week, and he was doing that up until October, and then nothing. So, yep,
All right.
definitely.
What I will, what I will do is I will direct the friend of the court to do a child support investigation and
Okay.
issue a child support order based upon your relative incomes that will be, well, let me see. Uh, there was a deviation from child support that shows that had you not agreed to the different arrangement, that the formula would put him at $415 a month in child support. Now, let me see what that was based on. It has you at monthly gross income of just under $2,000. Is that still accurate?
Yes.
And it has him at slightly over $3,000 a month. As far as you know, is he still earning the same, working at the same company?
He when we went to do that paperwork, he didn't provide proof of the income. He took it off the top of his head as to what he was making, because he makes really good money at the company that he's at right now. So I'm not
So
sure exactly what his income is.
you think he might actually, well, no, it shows him at Certainteed, which is where he works, $3,000 a month gross.
Yep.
Let me do a quick calculation here.
All right.
That would show that he's making a little over $17 an hour. Do you believe he's making more than that?
I'm sure he is, because like we were together probably 2 years ago, and at that time he was making $17 an hour, and they give them a raise almost every summer because he works for a
All right.
siding place.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Certainteed. All right, I'll just go ahead and direct the friend of the court to do a new support calculation and verify his income through Certainteed, which should be pretty
Okay.
easy to do. Okay, so that brings us down to the custody and child support. Currently, you share joint legal custody. That means each of you share equally in important decisions about your child. Uh, uh, is that something you'd like to see continued?
I want physical sole custody if I can. He doesn't
Right.
even take my son. If he does, I have to worry about him.
So legal custody is not the same as physical custody. So I want to focus
Okay.
on legal custody right now. So legal custody means the ability to make the kind of decisions that a parent makes for a child, where they go to school. You know, do they need to see the doctor? Do they need, any kind of, say, surgery, dental care, all the kind of important decisions that a parent makes for a child. The current order says that you both have that authority. So, for instance, if your son Deshaun happened to be with his dad, and fell off his bike and had to be taken in to a walk-in clinic or something, or emergency room for some kind of emergency treatment, he would have the full ability to be able to consent to that treatment. If you have sole legal custody, he won't be able to do that. Only you will be able to do that.
I mean, when he does have him and anything happens with him, if he's sick or anything, he don't take him anyways. He brings him straight to me. I go take him to the doctors and make sure he gets all that attention that he needs from healthcare providers, and as far as school and all that stuff. The only thing that he's pretty much done is he's just there. Like, and when he does have him, I have to make sure there's another kid around because he likes to mess with he's not a bad parent. He just does like little stuff. Like my son was 2 learning to walk and he tripped him. He had a big old bruise in the front of his forehead, and he thought it was funny. And I was very upset and walked off with my kid because I don't play like that. He's 2. He just started walking. So I don't want him to have supervised visits, but I make sure there's another child in the position to be there with him and make sure my son is all right. I don't let him keep him by himself too long. And he won't anyways because he's got all these other new kids that he's trying to take care of now. So, yeah, I want to be able to make all the say-so.
Okay, so in the time that you've been separated, how much time does Deshaun actually spend with Mr. Samuels, where he actually will spend the night?
He hasn't had him in a few weeks now. Like he's taken him, I'm gonna say throughout this whole year, the longest he's probably had him altogether, he'll have him like 3 days at the longest at a time, and he'll spend the night over there. But at the same time, he's constantly bugging me to bring him back, and I don't answer the phone because I need it too. I got 4 kids, and I'm just like, keep your son for one more day, one more day, one more day. But then he gets so upset, so I end up getting the baby from him. So I'm gonna say throughout the whole year, he's probably had Deshaun probably about 14 nights throughout the whole year. He rarely gets him. He gets him in order to go like on a family vacation or maybe for a holiday. Because like he didn't even spend Christmas with my son. He went and took his girlfriend on a lavish vacation somewhere.
Deshaun has lived his entire life primarily in your care.
Yes.
You're the one Deshaun looks to if he needs something.
Yep. Me and my older kids. Yes. I mean, Desmond was a dad to all 4 of my kids. My youngest daughter, when he met us, she was just turning 3, and her dad hasn't been in her life at all. She called him dad when she found out he was having another baby. My poor girl, she was in my arms crying like, Mom, he don't love us no more. That's so hard. We know,
I'm sorry, ma'am. All right, well, I am satisfied based on the proofs today that it clearly is in your child's best interest for you to have sole legal and physical custody. I'm going to award parenting time on such days and times as you can agree. I'm going to order the friend of the court to do a support calculation based on current incomes, and I'm going to direct that they verify his income at certainty. And that child support be calculated based on him having 14 overnights a year. Sounds like from what you've described me, that's the most we can even expect him to want to exercise. And we will complete a judgment of divorce, and we will mail that to you, and we'll mail that to him. We'll probably get that out within a day or 2. Do you want your last name changed?
Yes.
What would you like it changed to?
Gant, Gant.
That name is familiar to me. And I'm just trying to remember why. I think it'd probably be from another custody case. It is definitely familiar to me. What's your father's
Like all
name?
my family's here, so Harry Gant.
Okay, that isn't it. All right. Are there a lot of Gants around Jackson?
Oh yeah, yeah. My family's big. All my dad's side of the family's up here, so we range from Gant, Robinson, and Jones.
I know I've seen it before, but I couldn't possibly tell you the context. Um, but it was familiar. All right, Ms. Samuels, I have enough that I can go ahead and grant your judgment of divorce, and we'll try to get that finished and out to you as quickly as we can.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Have a good day.